students, today we are going to start a new chapter from science, that is properties of natural resources. Now students, this is very important chapter. Learn each concept from this chapter very carefully. First we will see what are resources. So these resources are the things which are present around us, which are present in our environment and that are fulfilling our needs or satisfying our needs. We call it as resources. Now students, what are natural resources? What are these natural resources? The resources that we get from the nature, we call it as natural resources. Now students, in last standard we have studied about that natural resources, and all that natural resources we get from different spheres of the earth. Different spheres of the earth. Suppose this is earth surface and the part of earth surface which is covered by soil, rocks, we call it as lithosphere, where the part which is covered by water we call it as hydrosphere, and cover of air which is present around the earth surface, present around the earth surface, we call it as atmosphere. And these are the different spheres of the earth from which we get all that natural resources. From atmosphere we get air, from lithosphere we get soil, rocks, and from hydrosphere we get water. In this way earth provides us natural resources and it is fulfilling our basic needs. Now in this chapter we are going to learn about the properties of these natural resources. So let us start this chapter with first point, that is properties of air. So our first point is properties of air. Now students, air, where the air is present and what are the constituents of air. Now students, this is earth surface. Cover of air is present above the earth surface. Okay, our cover of air which is present around the earth surface, we call it as an atmosphere. And this atmosphere or that air is a mixture of different gases. Air is what? It is a mixture of different gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide is there. So water vapors are there, dust particles are there, or so many constituents. These are present into the atmosphere. So remember this, at least this, which are known as the constituents of the atmosphere or constituents of the air. Now students, again air is present everywhere. Now students, at that time air is present around you, around me too. Now my question is that, can you see the air? Can you see the air? So answer will be not. We cannot see air because it is a colorless, and this is the first property of air, that air is a colorless. It is not having any kind of color. Okay students, now we are breathing. So while we are breathing, at that time air is inserted into our nose, into our mouth too. So can you taste that air, or can you feel the smell of air? So again answer will be not, because air is again tasteless and odorless too. Okay, air is tasteless, odorless, colorless. This is the first property of air. Now come to the next, mass and weight. Mass and weight. Now students, air is having mass and weight, that both the quantities. So one experiment is given in your textbook. You can perform this experiment at your home too. Suppose this is a small plastic pipe, and if we tie balloon, fill the balloon, that balloons are filled with air, and if we tie balloon in this way at both the ends of pipe, then we can see that pipe remains horizontal to the surface. That pipe remains horizontal to the surface. Then next step, what we have to do here, we have to pierce that balloon with needle or pin. Then what happens? Whatever the amount of air which is present in this balloon, it coming out immediately, means air is getting burst, and due to that air is coming outside from that balloon and it become shrug. Okay, so what we can see in case of this pipe, next to that pipe is remains in this direction, means the balloon which is filled with air, this is coming in downward direction, where the balloon which is bursted, that is going in upward direction. Okay, so why it happens? Suppose this is filled with air, so that it is having weight, it is having mass, and due to that mass and weight, this balloon is coming in downward direction, where it is not having any mass and weight, so it is going in upward direction. So students, the air which is present inside this balloon, that is having mass and weight, and due to the mass of air, this balloon is coming in downward direction. So it is indicate that, it is concluded that the air is having mass and weight, both the quantities. So this is about mass and weight of air. So mass and weight, these are two different quantities. Remember, just air is having both the quantities. Now next is atmospheric pressure. Next is what? Atmospheric pressure. Now what is atmospheric pressure? Again, it is a pressure exerted by air. Pressure which is exerted by air, called as an atmospheric pressure. Okay, remember this thing very carefully. Pressure exerted by air is called as an atmospheric pressure. Now one more activity is given in your textbook. So according to that, suppose this is piston. Okay, you know injections. Okay, so this part is called as a piston, which is not having, it is without syringe, injection but without syringe, and this part called piston. Now first, if we take this piston in our hand, and if we are just suppose this is a piston, and this is a last end, and this is first end of that piston. If we are trying to pull last end, then we can pull it easily. Okay, but in next case, what we have to do, we have to put finger on first end. In this way, we have to put finger, so that what happen, the air is not coming into it. So if we trying to pull the last end, then what we can feel here, we have to apply more force to pull it. We have to apply more force to pull it. And why it happens? So students, see here, in second case, we have to apply more force to pull this part. Okay, because we are putting finger on that first end, so that air is not coming in that part, so that rarefied air is become rarefied, and space will be created inside that part. Okay, so here the low pressure is created. Here inside that low pressure is created, and outside of that high pressure is created. High pressure is created, so that we have to apply here more force. And this is about the atmospheric pressure, and this activity, you can perform this activity at your home too. Now students, the pressure exerted by air called as atmospheric pressure, and air exert pressure on every object which is present on the earth's surface. As we are present on the earth's surface, air also exerts pressure on us too. Now students, suppose it is another object which is present on the earth's surface. Now on that object, air exerted pressure too, from all the directions, and the pressure from all the direction is same. Okay, same pressure exerted from all directions. Remember this thing very carefully, all the directions. Okay, so atmospheric pressure is what? Pressure exerted by air. We call it as an atmospheric pressure, and it is exerted in all the direction, and the same pressure exerted by all the directions. This is about atmospheric pressure. Now come to the next point, that is effect of air pressure. Effects of air pressure. Effects of air pressure. Now students, one more activity is given in your textbook. So suppose this is a glass which is filled with water. Water is present in this glass. Now students, if we put a straw into this glass in this way, if we put a straw in this glass in this way, then what we can see, that straw is again filled with water. Water is inserted into this straw. Now it remains at side. Let's take here another straw. Suppose this is another straw, and if we are trying to blow air from this this straw at this part. Suppose this is straw which is filled and present inside the glass, and if we are trying to blow air in this way, where on this straw, on end of this straw, then what happened, that air which we are blowing here, that created pressure, that air created pressure on this part. Okay, and due to that pressure, or that pressure is exerted on the liquid or on the water which is present inside that glass or inside that straw, so that the water is coming out in this direction, in this way. Okay, means like a fountain, so that the water is coming out while we are blowing pressure with the air. So that what it shows, how the air pressure is effects on this liquid which is present inside the glass. You also can perform this activity with help of this material. So this is about effect of air pressure. Okay students, now this effect or effect of air pressure was first time invented by the scientist Bernoulli. So one more, he invented the principle, and according to the principle of Bernoulli is that when the velocity of any object increases, the velocity of any object increases, at that time air pressure on that object is decreases. Suppose this is any object, it is in moving constantly or moving in a speed. At that time the pressure exerted on that object is becoming less, or pressure exerted is decreasing. And suppose it is another object which is steady, which is at the rest steady. Okay, so on that object air pressure is high. Now student, this is object in the speed, this is object in the steady position. Now in both the object, on which object air pressure is large, air pressure is high, so object which is steady. Okay, object which is in velocity, the pressure which is created by air is decreases. So this is about effects of air pressure. So let us wind up the session here, and remaining properties we will see in the next video. Till then, thank you.